Well, once again, back at another stand, another UK company, another UK brand that is here exhibiting at the outdoor show. And I'm with Johnny and Gina from Paqualife, who specialise, strangely enough, in pack rafting. Good, well, afternoon to you? Yes, no, morning.
Morning.
So first of all, how was the show yesterday for you?
Really good show, yeah. Really busy, had lots of people interested and just interested in this new to the UK type of product, if you like, and working out how they can combine it with their different types of adventures. So really good day.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, I'm assuming a lot of people watching are aware of what pack rafting is, perhaps, but I know you've got a couple of key features here you want to talk about and the difference in products and stuff, and we've got a couple of items we're going to come on to shortly. So, where would you like to start?
I think maybe if we start with this one here, which is one of our most popular models. So it's a tandem, really roomy, quite a large pack raft on the water, tracks really well, really fast paddling, but it still wraps up really small to 5 kilograms, just over 5 kilograms. So a lot of couples use it. You can store loads of gear. So if you're going on a big hike or something, have lots of stuff with you, it's just ideal, really versatile.
Okay, well, obviously that takes an awful lot of puff, or is there another method that's involved?
Hi there. So yes, we have the inflation bag, which is how all the pack rafts inflate. So you just take your nylon inflation bag, take up the air like this, very easy, and push the air straight in, very similar to the camping mats and things that are on the market elsewhere.
And how long would it take you to get that to be as hard as that?
Something as large as that, so probably about 6 or 7 bags of air, and then you top up with a few breaths of air, or you can use a small digital pump to bring it up to the pressure of 1.5 psi.
Wow, only 6 bags. That's very impressive. Yeah. And what sort of price are we looking at for something like this?
That sort of thing, around about the £1,000 mark or just over. But obviously, we're running a promotion at the moment for the show of 10% off, which will continue for the next week. And they range generally, so the ones behind us, for example, around the 500 mark, all the way up to these around the midpoint, and then the professional models further beyond, you're talking about 1,500 plus, but something to suit everyone.
Okay, so what are you holding at the moment then? Just give me an idea. So we've got 2 here, 2 examples.
So.
Yep.
Who's doing?
This is our new ultralight range, so the ones that are behind us here, so extra compact and extra light for those expeditions where you're hiking up mountains, wanting to reduce the amount of pack weight that you have. So wrap up really small and inflate with the inflation bag similar to this, so one like this is just 2.5 kilos, so really light and really compact, as you can see that you can fit on or inside a backpack.
Okay, well, just continue that conversation a second. That's about the size of a average tent, 1-person, 2-person tent. What else would you take up that mountain with you to prepare yourself, apart from the inflation bag?
So the inflation bag, so it comes with a removable skeg to help with tracking as well. The seats and the backrest are included within this pack size. And then in terms of the paddles, because everybody asks about that, we have 4-piece paddles that fit into 4 sections that can just be strapped onto the back of your backpack. And then a PFD, which is obviously very important for safety. We sell the inflatable packer PFDs as well, so they can fit in or onto your backpack as well.
PFD is a personal inflation
device. Yeah.
Right, excellent. Okay. And what about this one? What's this one?
So this one is the MRS Tulo, which is one of the smaller models, but it's very similar to the Ponto, which I'd say is probably at the moment the most popular amongst wild campers.
Right.
It's lightweight, so the Ponto weighs 2.9 kilograms, but you can also have an optional tie zip, which is an airtight, watertight zip. Allows you to store all your gear inside the tubes of the pack raft. So if you're taking lots of gear on a wild camp, no problem, you can go paddling with all your gear without it cluttering where your feet are.
Right, I presume that's one of the big things, is not to kick the items out of the raft into the water as you go along. And so the lightweight one, is that currently available?
Yes, they are. Yeah, absolutely, on our website and at the show here as well. 10% off everything at the show and for 1 week beyond.
Okay then, so folks, once again, as you heard that, they're giving us a 10% discount on the website, TOS24. The website should be on the screen at the moment, and by all means that will be running for the next week. So if you want to follow that up and look at more pack rafting exciting advice and information, as well as where can you go in the UK and pack raft? That's got to be one question I haven't really thought of. I was thinking, well, yeah, go on then.
There's plenty of places around the UK. It does take a bit of research, and we're building a new website which will hopefully help people on that journey. But there's a huge number of waterways, inland waterways, canals, your rivers as well, and some coastal work. So you can do some coastal paddling with some of our models with the the weather permitting. Picking the right conditions, but being an island, we're blessed with a huge amount of paddling opportunities.
Oh, good. That's good to hear, because that was the concern. When I've seen pack rafting, it's always been in Norway, Finland, Sweden, that sort of thing is the most adventurous videos that you watch. But it's good to hear that it's picking up in the UK and people are actually following it through. So presumably Wales has got plenty of water, allegedly. Scotland as well.
Lake District. A lot of our customers are from all of those places. Yeah.
There you go, folks. You can do it in the UK. You don't have to go to Sweden, Norway, and the overseas. You do pack rafting in the UK. Thanks very much indeed for your time, guys.
Pleasure.
Thanks for the discount code as well. And if you want to follow that up, folks, follow on the website. It's only going to run for another week. And back to the studio.